Imagine a world where the apocalypse didn't bring zombies or aliens, but a system that turned livestock into high-level monsters and farming into a deadly combat sport. You are part of a small group of survivors who have realized that in this new reality, food is power, and the only way to survive is to breed, raise, and battle creatures that defy all known biology. But when you discover a rare, ancient lineage of long-eared beasts with unique magical properties, you realize that your farm isn't just a sanctuary, it's a target for every warlord and guild in the wasteland. Welcome to Long-Eared Farm, the first crunchy, addictive, and deeply strategic installment in Mark Allen's A Breeder Apocalypse series. If you love monster breeding tropes, base-building LitRPG, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching a protagonist turn a humble homestead into an economic and military powerhouse through genetics, strategy, and sheer stubbornness, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in progression fantasy, blending the visceral satisfaction of a harvest with the addictive dopamine hit of mastering a broken system. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist securing a plot of land in the dangerous outskirts, only to find that the local fauna has evolved into something far more terrifying than simple rabbits. The atmosphere is thick with the scent of rich earth and mana-infused feed, the hum of protective wards, and the creeping dread and excitement of knowing that every new birth could be the key to unlocking a legendary skill or attracting a raid boss. Allen excels at capturing the psychological reward of long-term growth, making every successful breeding pair, every optimized habitat, and every narrow escape from a pest infestation feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is losing the sanctuary you've built. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular agricultural progression trope and the brilliant economic disruption dynamic. This isn't just about swinging a hoe. It's about understanding the complex genetics of mana beasts, navigating the politics of the Adventurers Guild, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and traditional combat. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy weaknesses using beast-based traps, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock arrogant mages with his unconventional, trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of A Breeder Apocalypse lies in its characters and the heavy burden of community. The protagonist isn't just a lone farmer, he is a deeply human individual struggling to build a home in a world that wants to tear it down. He quickly forms bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of neighbors, apprentices, and even tamed monsters who help him navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as his friends watch him casually calculate the yield efficiency of a fire pepper patch. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major conspiracy or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push his abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, he completely shatters the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of farming skills and combat magic to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into mere compost. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who controls the food supply. Long-Eared Farm is a triumph of the LitRPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Mark Allen has crafted a debut that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the farmer. The system is live, but his future is bright.